Here's our new kit. Okay, here we go. Okay, so we have our piston and rings. Okay, that's good. Maybe I should put a paper towel down. Not get these parts all dirty. Then we have our base gasket. We'll need that. Then we have our jug. That'll be good. Okay. So we got this all cleaned out. That's good. There's no dirt left inside. We don't want dirt. Just gonna put all this stuff on a clean paper towel. Okay, so I'll want to put in our bearing first. Our bearing back in, and then I'll put. See this arrow? That has to go to the exhaust side. I don't know if you can see that. This arrow has to go to the exhaust side. So should probably get some oil too. Okay, so we got some oil. We always want to make sure we have plenty of oil before it starts up, because everything's going to be all new. We just want to make sure everything has lots of lubrication. So we're going to put one wrist clip on the one side, and then we can just push our rod through and put the clip on again. So we're just going to slide this clip in. So we don't want to put the edge of the we don't want to put this edge of the clip on the right where you have to take it out. You don't want to put it there, else it'll possibility of coming back out. We just want to slip it in. It's always a bit of a trick. There we go, I think that's in. Yeah, that's in. See, I think you can see it. It's in. So we'll put our arrow to the exhaust side, and then we'll put our ring through, or pin through, and then we'll put our other ring in. Just need this. Okay. That'll fit. Good. Just need to get it to slide through now. There we go. Hey, that's in now. Now we just need to put our other clip on. Oops, I dropped it down there somewhere. Uh-oh. Well, I found it. You don't want to do that. Okay, we'll try this again. The ring needs to get pushed in deeper. I mean the rod. Okay, that's in now. Put the ripple. Now we just need to pry the other side in. Okay. Now that side's in. It's in good. Oh, that's good. Now we have to take our decompression valve and we'll put it on into this one. So I just need to take this rubber casing off, and then hopefully we can get this this one out. I'm hoping we can. Sometimes they don't like you to take it out. Huh. This is gonna be a pain to get out. Okay, I'm just gonna take it out. Okay, so I found a socket. It's a 14mm socket, and that fits right in. Okay, that came out. Now we have just had to take these threads out so I can thread them into here. We're just gonna clean around this decompression valve so we have a good seal. Sure we still have a good seal. I'm just gonna use a bit of 400 grit sandpaper. Very small. Just to polish it up, not to sand anything away. I just want to make sure we have a good seal. Okay, I think that's acceptable. Okay, we'll screw that into our decompression hole. That just threads in there, and then we'll just use our 14mm socket to tighten it up. Okay, that's in tight. Okay, now we have to take these pins out, and I think we can just use some pair of vice grips. Good pair of vice grips. Then we can squeeze it and hopefully twist it out. Okay. Oh, I need a bit tighter. Uh-oh. Gonna be a bit of a challenge to get these ones out. I'll try this one maybe. Ah, okay. No, it's not gonna come out right now. Maybe I need a different pair of vice grips. Okay, so I got 2 of these out. I just used vice grips and just prying them out, turned them out, squeezed it really hard, and that's about all there is. I'm sure there's someone has a better way of doing it, but it works for me, so that's good. And we'll just put a rubber thing on top. It's just a support for the for that cover. Okay. Now we have the jug ready to go. Okay. Now we're just gonna put some oil on the cylinder rings. Bring it in a bit closer. We're gonna put some oil on just to make sure those rings get on, slide on good. Okay. Now when you put the rings on, you want to make sure you have them the right way. So on this particular one, we want the that U shape right there, that divot. We want that to go down, or facing up. Yep, facing up. So we just need to prime apart a little bit, not too much. You break it. You don't want to snap these. They just slide in. And then we'll do the top one. Okay, there we go. Now we got the rings in. That's good. Now we just got to put our gasket on first. The gasket before we put the jug on. I'll have a good base seal. We don't have a leak there. Just gonna put a thin layer of oil all around it, top and bottom. There, now we have a good coating of oil around that. Okay, and make sure base is all clean. There's no extra gasket material from the old one left. Okay, I think that's clean. Now we just need to pop that down. Okay, that's in. Okay, now we have to put our jug in. I'm just going to put some oil in the jug too. You can be quite generous. You don't have to be careful with how much you apply. It's just, make sure you got a good film everywhere. So I want to make sure that when you start the piston up, you have a good amount of lubrication. Because it'll be dry if you start it just without any oil in it. So when we put oil in, then we'll have at least some lube in there. Okay, just want to make sure piston's all nice and clean. Okay, I just need to pop this down. This can be sometimes tricky. We just have to make sure that these rings here, that the rings aren't like this. It has to be lined up with the that knob there. Okay, so now I'm just going to start from the back, put it on at the back, and then push these rings down into place, and then just try to slide this jug over top, and same for the other side. We want to make sure our ring's in the right spot. We don't want to make sure it can't be in the wrong spot. Okay, now that's in. We just want to make sure our things are in the right spot. So you can see down there, I'll get my light out. See, that one's in the right spot, and then we go to the other side. And that one's in the right spot. We just want to make sure that the rings aren't over top of those. Okay, now we can let this jug down. Okay, I just wriggle it down into place. Then we put the boot over top of our intake again. I'm just gonna push it right up against it, and then we'll just compress and push that collar on. I had to do a bit of screwdriver to push it on as well, but with the screwdriver, but it should slide on quite easy. Okay. There we go. Now that's in place. I think our base gasket is a bit ahead. Let me move that up. Okay. That's in the right spot, I think. Okay. Just gonna put the screws in. Actually, yeah, I'll have to use some Loctite. Oh, here it is. Here's our Loctite. Just gonna put a bit of Loctite on the screws so then they are pushed in there good. Just gonna get a pair of pliers. Just put a little bit on the end of each screw. And we slide it in. Okay. Next one. So I think that's the wrong one. I'm supposed to be using these ones. Oops. Wrong one. Put that one over there. Maybe we'll just clean up these heads first. So we have a good connection with our screwdriver. Okay, now we can put Loctite on these ones. Okay, just need to slip that in. Oops. There you go. This one. A bit of Loctite on that one. Okay. That one goes in. Just gonna screw them down a bit so we have a bit of an anchor. Okay. Let's make sure the base gasket stays in place, so then we have our jug stays in place. That doesn't move around. And we do the 2 bolts at the back. This here will grab the top, and then we can just slide them in. Slide them in. Okay, and the last one. This is going to be a bit tricky, I think. Uh-oh, I dropped it. Don't want to do that. Okay, that's all dirty. I'll have to clean that up. Okay, I'll try that again. There we go. That's in. I don't know why they just don't make it so you can put your bolts right down through the top. But this works too. Okay, that one's just hand tight. Make them all hand tight. One's hand tight. Hand tight. And we'll just slowly, gradually increase the pressure we put on them. I want to do it systematically, not one side higher than the other one. Now I just want to crank them real tight. And the Loctite just makes sure that the bolts don't get vibrated, but I think we have them really tight right now. Okay, that's tight. Yep, and everything slides smooth, so that's good. Okay, now we have our decompression valve we cleaned up, that's good. Okay, so now we're just going to be putting it back together. So we can start with our recoil, we can put that together. Okay, so now we have the recoil back on and the wraparound handle on. I'm just going to go ahead and put the muffler part back on. Just make sure they're all in the right order. Okay, I'm gonna put our screws in and then line it up and put it on. Okay. Got that screw in. I just need to get this one in. Okay. Now that's all in, actually. I want to make sure the bottom's lined up as well. Loosen these off a hair. Okay. That'll fit better. Okay, then we'll put our front cap on. And we'll put our top screws in. This muffler is actually getting a bit old. Should almost replace it, but we'll just do that later. That one's in. One more here. Okay, and oh, we have to connect our boot still. We can't forget that. Slide that around. The other side. There we go. And I just need to tighten that brass collar back up. Bring it in a bit closer. Okay, so I got everything back together. I'm just gonna put some extra oil down the into the tank. Some extra two-stroke oil. So I want to make sure that we have lots of lubrication. I'm just gonna run like first tank, just let it idle and so that it can wear out, like have a good wear out. Because you can't just have straight from brand new piston and cylinder and rings. You can't just start cutting firewood. So let everything break in. So I just add some extra oil. And mix it around. Then we'll start it up. It's going to be pretty smoky, but press the decompression valve. Okay, gotta start. So I'm just gonna let it sit out and run for a full tank, and then just break it in.